Manchester United have agreed a deal to sell Noam Emeran to FC Groningen in the Eredivisie. I'm not sure about this one. You've got my reaction. Literally, this has just come out in the last couple of minutes. He's somebody who in the pre-season tour looked really, really good. Somebody who I thought deserved to at least go out on loan and then come back into the squad in the coming years. It feels a little bit like Zidane Iqbal all over again, doesn't it? Obviously, Iqbal went out earlier in the transfer window to FC Utrecht for only €1 million, which is about £800,000. It looks like this is just a repeat of that one, sending out a young, promising player, not on loan, but on a permanent deal because we're trying to desperately raise funds. We can't sell Maguire, we can't sell McTominay, we can't seem to sell Dean Henderson. So we're having to sell these young youth products who actually have a lot of potential. They have a lot of talent, and I actually think they deserve somewhat of a chance, at least to stay in the Manchester United team, but go out on loan for a season or two. Now, the only positive I can take from this story that's just come out today is that apparently Manchester United have inserted a sell-on clause, the same as what they did with Zidane Iqbal. There is some sort of sell-on clause. So if Noam Emeran goes on to be a really good player in the future, Manchester United will get some money back from it. But that's all if, buts and maybes. At the moment, we need to raise money, and selling our youth product players for such small amounts of money just doesn't really make a hell of a lot of sense to me. We've just sold Matis Kovar as well. And I've just seen on Transfer Market, at first I was told that the fee was something around €9 million. But the Matic Kovar to Bayern Leverkusen deal was actually €5 million up front, plus an additional €4 million in add-ons. So we only received €5 million from selling Matic Kovar, which is what, about... I mean, it's not much, is it? It's about £4 million. So we got £4 million from selling Matis Kovar, about £800,000 from selling Zidane Iqbal, and now we're selling another one of our promising youth players. I mean, it's a bit strange. I don't really understand what's going on. This isn't something that Manchester United usually do. We usually either keep them and loan them out, or we don't sell them and they just stay, and then sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So I don't know whether this is a new strategy. Is Erik ten Hag behind this? Is he the one who's sending these players out to the Eredivisie? I don't know. It does seem a bit strange that all of these Eredivisie clubs are buying all of our players. I'm not really too sure, but I'm a little bit confused about this one. Yeah, I just honestly feel that where is our conveyor belt of talent going to come from if all of these players... Zidane Iqbal was one of my favourite youth players, definitely. Noam Emeran, I hadn't really seen much before the pre-season tour, but he looked really, really good on the pre-season tour. He did. He obviously got a goal. He got a couple of assists, and he looked solid. I had some of my friends saying to me, oh, he looks better than Anthony. Maybe that was a bit over the top, but I get the point they were making. He seemed a lot more raw. He seemed a lot more willing to take on people, cutting in from the right. I thought he was a good player. And to be just letting him go to a Dutch team for probably a tiny amount of money seems a little bit strange. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What do you guys all think about this one, though? Please do let me know in the comment section. My main frustration is just our inability to actually sell players worth money. Why are we having to sell our youth players? Why are they the only people that we can get any money for? Like, is £800,000 for Zidane Iqbal even... what does that get us? £800,000? It's nothing, is it? It's 2 weeks' wages of someone like Varane. You know, it's Varane's wages for 2 weeks. How are we supposed to go and buy players with £800,000? How are we supposed to go and buy a replacement goalkeeper for Matis Kovar for €5 million? It's not going to happen, is it? So I'm questioning the decisions from the club to get rid of all of these people. I would have loved to see these people break into the team, get some opportunities, and actually become Manchester United players, because our teams over the years have always been so focused on youth. And this is the first season in a long time where we're really actually pushing out a lot of these youth players. You know, you see people like Pellistri supposedly going to go out on loan. We need to be keeping these people. These are the people who actually look good, these younger profile players. They are the ones that should be disrupting the first team. They are the ones who should be getting some game time. And for us to just be constantly selling all of them is a little bit of a concern. I don't know who's behind this. I don't know whether it's Erik ten Hag. I don't know whether it's John Murtough, Richard Arnold. Obviously, we don't have that information. We don't know who is pushing for these moves. If this was a loan, I would say great bit of business. Get him out to the Eredivisie, get him some experience. But for both Iqbal and now Noam Emeran and Matis Kovar all to be sold for such small amounts of money, it doesn't really help our cause, does it? And when we've got all of these big earners still at the club, Maguire's, McTominay's, even we've still got Eric Bailly still here, Donny van der Beek. There's all of these people who need to leave the club before we get rid of our youth people. That's the thing which concerns me, and that's the thing which has annoyed me by this story. I was really hoping for a flurry of transfers this week. I was hoping for loads of outgoings. I was hoping for Donny to leave, Eric Bailly to leave, Brandon Williams to leave. Like, why is Brandon Williams still here? Why have we still got Brandon Williams, yet we're getting rid of all of these promising youth players? It makes zero sense. Yeah, so this story is being reported by Manchester Evening News. It's being reported by, it's everywhere. It's definitely, it's definitely happening. He's going. It's being reported by Manchester Evening News. It's being reported by, who else have we got? It's being reported by Rich Fay, which is again another Manchester Evening News reporter. And the headline is, Manchester United have agreed a deal to sell Noam Emeran to Dutch side FC Groningen, but they have included a sell-on clause in the contract. So at this point, we're still waiting to find out what the fee is. But based on what we sold Zidane Iqbal for, I can't imagine it being more than €1 million realistically. It's going to be something around there, isn't it? It's not going to be, we're not going to be getting 30 million euros for this player. He's still at the very beginning of his career. He looks talented. He looks like he could go on to be a special player. But at this moment in time, obviously, he's not going to be worth the big amounts of money. But yeah, it was just a quick one to bring you guys this bit of breaking news and this story. Do let me know in the comments section how you feel about it and how do you feel about our transfer policy this window, because our transfer policy has been, at the moment, to keep a lot of the high earners, the Maguires, the McTominays, the Brandon Williamses, the Baillies. All of these people are still here, yet we're pushing out all of these young players. Let me know what you feel about this one in the comment section. Please do smash a like on the way out, and please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been Daily Red Devil, and I'll catch you guys later.